Welcome back, mental magicians. The world is a reflection and a projection of you, of me, of us. If we wish to see it change, it is possible. It can be done. And we can start by changing our thoughts. They are more powerful than you know. Just a reminder, join us on Sunday nights, won't you, for the Unfolding Consciousness study on the divine forces in the human being, the awakening of the latent faculties and powers of consciousness. There, we cover the ancient teachings, the Perennial Philosophy, the Theosophy of investigating the unexplained, the hidden laws of nature, and the powers that are latent in humans. Latent means dormant. We all have them. Remember, with these abilities to do no harm. Do not take what belongs to another. Do not use this to take something that does not belong to you. Otherwise, you can have anything you want. Now, we left off with the attracting power of desire, so let's get into it. The effect of the desire force. Desire force not only has its effect upon the person and others near him, but it may be, and often is, sent over thousands and thousands of miles where it affects and influences others in lots of ways. Desire force is the mighty force which makes many of the forms of mental magic possible. So let's pay attention here. It spreads out from the mind of the person, affecting and influencing others, even in other parts of the world. It's true. If it is concentrated upon, listen to that word, concentrated upon, by the will. It is a force which, he says here, makes the X-ray and electricity insignificant. This was written 120 years ago. It moves not merely blind, lifeless things, but living minds, the thoughts, the emotions, the passions, and actions of humans. It is the force that rules the world and its destinies. And like any other great natural force, it is capable of being used for either good or evil. It is neither good nor evil on its own. It's not. It is, though, either or both according to the mind in which it originates, and that's you, and that's me. So the insistent desire. Feeling is the secret, right? What phase of mental effort is more apt to be a motive force? Is it the cold, lifeless thought about an abstract metaphysical proposition or a mathematical problem, just a thought? Or is it the warm and vital wave of feeling, emotion, or passion such as love or hate, ambition, aspiration, courage, and desire? Is that the more motive force? So let's say that again. Which mental effort do you think has more potential? Which one has more creative energy behind it? Is it the cold, lifeless thought about an abstract metaphysical proposition or a mathematical problem? Or is it the warm, vital wave of feeling emotion or passion such as love or hate or ambition, aspiration, courage, and desire? Which one is it? Which one is it? The feeling is the secret. And remember that these last things mentioned all belong to the feeling side of the mind, and they're all manifestations of elementary desire. Okay? The underlying force. What is this underlying here? Desire is the foundation of all feeling. So before we can love or hate, there must be a desire. Before we can have ambition or aspiration, there has to be a desire. Before we can manifest courage and energy, there must be a desire. Desire for something must underlie all life action. Desire, subconscious or conscious. Okay? Abstract thought. Just thinking a thought is a cold, bare thing, lacking vitality and warmth. Desire is filled with the life force, life, vitality, throbbing, longing, wanting, craving, insisting, and ever pressing outward, forward, toward action. Desire. Desire indeed is the phase of our mental action that is a propelling, motivating force. The waves of desire. So not only does desire incite us to action or move us to accomplish its ends, but also Also, when sufficiently strong, desire surges out from our minds in great waves and clouds of invisible and subtle energy or force. It's like electricity, right? It travels here and there toward the object of its inner urge, affecting, attracting, drawing, forcing the desired thing into submission, into its cravings and demand. In the presence of some people, and you've experienced this probably, some strong man or woman, in their presence of someone whose desire burns fiercely and strongly, and whose will has learned to concentrate to the desire force, on the desire force, one may actually feel the impact of this elementary principle of the mind as it vibrates in great waves from the brain and the nervous system of someone who is like that. I'm sure you have met somebody like that. I think I have felt that. I have felt when the energy is being taken and when the energy is very strong. So living desire and will. So what desire really means, what it really means. The source of desire force exists in everybody, no matter who they are, and it may be developed to a wonderful degree. The desires of many people, of the majority of our earthly population, in fact, never goes really much further than the I want to stage. I want to. I kind of want to. I'd like that. I wish that would happen. He says it's like a faint pink tea way, meaning weak and just it's not working. They never want a thing hard enough to stir their desire force into action and make that thing come to them, or else make it take them to the thing. The majority of people do not know how to desire. They do not know what it is to be filled with intense, eager, longing, craving, ravenous desire that fills them with a new and mighty force and makes them demand things instead of merely asking for them. Now, here I'd like to say, some of you have felt that really strong, passionate desire, most often in the form of a romantic partner. You have felt that really strong longing. It's similar, but stay with me here. Because he says those who haven't gone there and use this as a creative force that are like sheep. He says they're like sheep or pigeons or rabbits, and they sit meekly around while the strong ones of humanity, the ones who are filled with masterful desire, walk around and pick up every good thing in sight. And it serves them right, he says. Those who are not desiring. He says because they're not using and exercising the force which nature has given them for the purpose of self-protection and use. He says they have had the elementary vigor and virility bleached out of them by the refinements of one phase of civilization. And he says they've nearly lost all that goes up to make up the natural, normal human being, the way of being a human. He says instead we have become beggars instead of masters, beggars of nature instead of masters of her. And using this energy, we are here to use this energy and create. That's why we're here. The forces of nature are at the disposal of the man or woman of vigor and determination and desire. Such a one has but to knock at the door of attainment and have it opened to him. Instead of doing this, the majority of humans, the majority of us just sit around the doorsteps whining, wishing, hoping that the door is opened up. In the name of human power, Atkinson says, listen, friends, get up and fill yourself with powerful desire. Then march up to the door and smite it fiercely with your fist, demanding masterfully, open for me, the master, open for me. And lo, it will fly open at your call. Thank you, William Walker Atkinson. Thank you. I am sharing these teachings with you because the sea of law of attraction videos is so massive. Not many people talk about the responsibility that come with them, but I'm trusting that you're going to use these abilities responsibly and for the benefit of all beings here on earth, not just yourself. They are here. They're given to us for us to help each other and all beings. Remember, the brain can transform energy into physical substances and states. And each week we read through this book. This is The Secret of Mental Magic, written down by William Walker Atkinson. And if you missed any of the earlier episodes, there's a whole playlist on this series. We do it every Saturday, and I love you. I am so grateful to have you here. If you're getting anything out of these, just share them, like them if you will. It helps massage our algorithm. And I love you. I'm really grateful for you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next week.